It's hard, I know I'm better off just restarting, but you still own my heart, and I want more than anything to just move on. Whoa, I'm still hurting in my mind. Whoa, got a feeling that this time, whoa, without you here in my nights, I won't admit that it's my fault, 'cause I know you don't care at all. I hate admitting that I crossed a line, and I hope you know that I can't sleep. You won't believe me when I say I'm fine, 'cause I hate admitting that you broke me.
Welcome everybody to the third episode of Rolling Until Ragnarok's summer miniseries, Shuffle, the first Shuffle. Everybody's here. I'm sorry, you guys still have me laughing. Hi everybody, say hello to everybody.
Hello to everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Fantastic. Ah, man. Last time we didn't really have a sponsor to talk about, but it was Pride Month, so we did that. Today I'm telling you all to stay hydrated because that shit's important. But also, if you guys haven't looked into Screwball Gaming yet, Screwball Gaming is kind of our forever sponsor, our producers and everything like that. It's a wonderful community of gamers and content creators that are really there to uplift one another. If you haven't joined it, go ahead, go to screwballgaming.com and find everything, including our merch there. And other than that, let's jump right in, guys, because we have a lot to get through. Short amount of time. So here we go. Let's see. We left off last time with some crazy stuff happening. But let's start with the fact that it's dark, almost pitch black out. It's really late into the night. I believe that currently we were just getting away from the idea that some kind of assassin or rogue figure was in the middle of attacking Duskara, and she made pretty quick work of him, nonetheless, and was running down the way towards where she believes Say was, and then there was Say, soaking wet, running up in a panic. Again, that's where we're at. It's dark. There's still the slight scent of the blood and the magics that were just used. Your plants just kind of getting that little scent off into the breeze as Say runs up and goes, "Oh, Dusky, good, it's you. Oh my gosh. I thought somebody saw. I thought I was in trouble, but no, wait. There's still a problem. Latine fell."
Okay, but you're okay. You're like, you both fell? That's it?
Huh? Fell? No, I didn't fall. No. And she shakes you, and all the water licks off her hair and is now kind of getting you drenched. And she goes, no, we were playing in the water and we were having fun. And, I thought that I know I can't fly, but I thought he could. And he was joking with me that of course he could. So I pushed him and then I thought somebody saw me, but he fell off the waterfall. We gotta go get him. And she turns around and starts running towards the edge of the cliff.
I feel like Duskar would just take a second and be like, okay, assassin did not attack her, right? Just take that moment to just
great,
and then follow her and be like, okay.
You breathe heavily, you take the moment, assassin didn't attack her. Say jumps off the side of the cliff.
Yep, that sounds about right. Okay. I am going to use spider climb to follow her downward. Obviously, we're going to be moving very quickly, right? And then we said she jumped into the water, right?
So here's the thing. When she jumps off the side of the cliff, this is high up. This is mountains length up, and it's floating. So you'd have to jump down the waterfall to follow her. So if you have some way to feather fall or stop your landing, that might be the smartest thing to do. Or
Smartest thing.
you should run back to the others that do have wings and explain what's going on. Because at the moment, you would be very... You have to remember, Say can't fly either.
Right. Okay, I don't like the others that much. And neither does Say, obviously. Let's see. I have, okay. I have... So I have Thunder Wave, right? So if we're jumping off the cliff, could I reach her and then cast Thunder Wave to sort of give us a pushback off the ground?
I mean, I feel like maybe that coupled with what she does might help the impact. That seems sort of reasonable. I'll let you roll for it.
Yeah, you know, we're gonna roll for it because I'm pretty sure she does this all the time. And so I'm pretty sure I would normally have something along those lines.
Cool. Okay, great. Yeah, we're gonna go with you're gonna roll for it. And
Okay.
yeah, you leap off the cliff and dive. You know what? Roll me I'll let you choose. You can roll me a flat dex or an acrobatics for if you can catch up with her.
Okay. The commentary. Okay, so let's just roll. We're gonna, I guess, roll a flat dex, right? We're kind of used to this. And I got a 23.
Nice. We're going to get back to that in just a minute. Everybody else in the room, Rog just shatters into sand and some of the sand slides off the edge and just into the breeze. This is the moment where Zahir, you would have noticed that he was a construct. This because you had cast detect good or evil and all that stuff, and I think that would everybody else though most of the others there looks pretty stunned. The orc that was on the wyvern, just if he could break down into tears, he probably would. But at this point, he's so beaten. The wyvern's so battered. He looks like he just made it. He's got a giant hole in his breastplate, and there's a thing sticking out of him. It looks like some kind of talon. And he just coughs, looks up, and goes, "Oh, Dune. Yes, good. Oh my God." And he just is stunned at the idea that Rog just literally disintegrated in front of him.
Do I recognize the name of this orc?
You wouldn't recognize him because he's one of the faceless many of the army. You would recognize the armor and sort of the flare and the wyvern itself. The wyvern is one of the lieutenant's wyverns. This is not the lieutenant.
Okay. Well, Dune, still shocked of Rog's disappearance, is going to prioritize a bit. He's going to run over and cure wounds on the orc.
Cool. The wound starts to cure and heal around this talon. You pull it out. The talon is very large. It's like a piece of a talon that is probably larger than your head. The wound starts to close up, but can't close all the way. It doesn't. It more like stabilizes the orc, but it definitely doesn't help from. He's still coughing up blood. He's definitely still very hurt. He puts his arm on your shoulder and kind of gives you the shake. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Arm to arm, and he coughs and goes, the whole Northern Army. We couldn't hold it. We couldn't hold any of it.
What Ow! How did this happen to friends?
And he like looks, and he like looks you dead in the eyes, and he's just like, dragons just fell on us and killed everything. I got away, and it attacked me on the way, ripped one of the wyverns. I just barely got here.
Well,
We should have told. We have to tell Rog. Rog has to come back.
not know where Rog is, and then I guess I'll turn to the Angelicans. Did friends do this to Rog?
There's a shorter of the four that were around the table. It is a light-haired, Angelican woman with like a blue tint to her skin. Her name is Flusk. She would have greeted everybody as y'all came in. She's very quiet normally, and she's like kind of picking up some of the sand and looking through it. And she turns and says, "This is clay."
Who could have done this? Commander Rog is strong, powerful. Who could have turned him to clay?
I think Zahir would speak up
Yes.
and go, actually, he has always been this way since he has stepped in this room. It's not what you call a construct. And everyone in here has certain signatures about them, and his was unlike any of yours. I don't know what happened to your general, but since he has been here, I believe he has been this way. Has he exhibited any weird behaviors since before you got here?
Duntal not know, perhaps. This
I think right about
startling
now,
news for sure.
Right about now, the orc from the wyvern would pass out. The wyvern kind of like twists a little bit and starts to like try and like take care of itself a little bit. I want to say Levy would probably walk over and attempt to heal the wyvern. He is, of all of them, he's probably the one that is nicest to beasts and stuff like that. He would go to like at least calm it, try and heal it, at least make it stable to use, but it would probably fall asleep during the heal because Levy is not the best healer, but still fairly powerful. Levy, being the one that speaks the most, would turn back to you and say, "To answer your question, no, it was not us. We would not have attacked with dragons. We don't have anything to do with their kind. The only dragonborn in this city currently is Rog's advisor. The blue one. We have not met him."
Does it seem like he's lying or hiding anything?
Please roll insight.
Of course. 17.
He seems fairly straight up about they wouldn't have attacked with dragons. There is something off about his speech a little bit. Probably he is bringing up your dragonborn as a way to deflect from the situation. There are probably other dragonborns amongst the city, is what you would get. You would feel pretty good about him saying it's not him that attacked, though.
Okay.
With you doing that, as far as everything goes, I think Bilal, who is the other tall Angelican male, would also kind of speak up for probably the first time out loud. You heard them talking amongst themselves, but so you would know it was him, but most of you would probably not have heard him speak yet. "I have to tell you, if we wanted to attack, we would have just done it here. You guys aren't defenseless, but there's not many of you compared to our numbers. There'd be no reason for us to kill innocents in an army when we could just kill the commander. You cut the head off the snake after all, and that's the normal way to do things. That being said, we should figure out what is going on. Your commander being some kind of clay statue that has been animated is a problem.
Duntal not know what to make of this. Duntal must leave to go find friend Latine.
And then I think Bilal will speak again for kind of almost pushily in front of Leviathan. And he'd put his hand out and say, I think that it might be best. We are here for peace talks. And I think that in behest of that, until you do figure out what is going on, we should have some form of an alliance. You people will be safe here, and we can be safe to go north to see what is happening. The last time dragons attacked, they came with entropy. And that is a problem. And he put his hand out to shake.
Roll a d20 real quick.
How does he not trust me as much as you four? I'm sorry. It was a joke.
Fair enough. Duntal, the ever pragmatic makeshift leader that he is, will understand the temporary gain to his people that this will cause, even if it does would allow a potential enemy into his area. So Duntal will reach out and say, Dune, trust friend to not break, to not hurt people of the North.
My word is bonded purely based through the Creator. We will not hurt your people until we can find a good solution to this. He'd shake your hand.
Shake.
As you all are shaking hands. Behind, off in the distance, you see a little light as everybody watches Say's body just plummet straight downwards past this area. I think Ivan would actually probably be the first one to see it because he doesn't care about what's going on. He's looking off into the distance. And he would see this, see what's going on, look at Jathir, and say, go. And then I think Dusk's body would follow very closely behind Say's, realizing neither of them can fly.
Oh my god.
And he'd be like, he'd look at you all and be like, somebody get them.
Can I take
I would,
off and fly?
I would
to
be like,
grab
go,
them?
Ivan, and just send Ivan.
Me? I'm not going to get them.
Go get your sister.
I'm not that
If he
fast.
doesn't, I'll
Y'all
fly
go.
with him.
Y'all have magic to do this.
Sir, don't you have like 6 wings?
Well, now we've talked about it so long, we might as well go down and check on them.
Yes, Ivan, we need to go check on your sister.
He'd like shrug and then just fall off the side.
And I would just take off after him.
Jathir casually steps off the side and casts Featherfall and glides down.
Very good. I think Amber would turn to Zahir. Would you like help? You don't have wings. Can I carry you down?
Yes, thank you for asking. But do we not need any more assistance here? In a lifetime ago, I served as a notary for my village. So if we need me to sign anything,
I'm sure if they need people to sign stuff, they have scribes. Come, let's go. And she'd put her hand out to you. And then as you take her hand, she'd leap off the edge, and it would be like skydiving from the top of a mountain down to the ground. Amber has these like 2, like I said, like the droopy wings, but as they hit the air, they spread out, and you would realize she has the largest wingspan out of anybody. It would be like a giant parachute coming out from above her. As everybody else is going, Ivan's double would walk away, and you all have gone, and Ivan would look to you'd realize a mirror image of Ivan jumped off the side, and Ivan would look down and go, "That's a lot. Does anybody else need a help down? Because now that you're here, when I have to go."
Dune's gonna like set down the other orc and leave him in the care of whatever other advisors are around.
Yeah.
And not much where else to go. So
Wonderful. Here. And he like pulls one of his feathers out of his wings and hands it to you and goes, "Featherfall? Yes?" Same idea.
or
Just jump and hold on to it. And then he's gonna watch you.
all right.
100% doesn't work. He jumps and catches you and goes, "I'm just playing with you, man. Come on, let's go." It's cool that you would have believed me, though.
Exactly. I was thinking like this massive orc with this little feather. Like, jump up.
Untal
Like,
not
are
risk
you about
own
to
life
kill this
without backup
character?
plan.
You kind of.
Juntal is a little shaken at the moment.
Ivan chuckles to himself and is like, "You're awesome." Just flies down. So you guys would start slow, like most of you, but let's go back to Dusk and say, would somebody catch up to them? Maybe do y'all want? Is anybody gonna attempt to catch up to them? Because I'll tell you right now, Ivan did not.
I feel like Amber would, wouldn't she? She'd probably
Amber
at
cannot.
least.
Amber has the slowest wings. She's the largest wingspan, but it doesn't. It's like a parachute, like I said.
I mean, how fast am I? Because I took off pretty quickly.
I could see you trying to.
I'm not trying to get there first, but I'm keeping pace with Rhea and making my way down behind her.
Okay. So
I was
Rhea,
about to say, does Amber need to let?
does Amber need to what?
Sorry, does Amber need to let me go faster?
No. She doesn't have.
Oh, okay.
Her
Cool.
her wings are just. She can go faster, but her wings downwards is hard for her. Is what I was saying.
All right, we'll cruise. It's fine. I'll pull out the flute. We got music.
I think that
Road
Amber
trip
would be like
jams.
really impressed because she'd think you're playing the flute again, and she'd be like, "This song is so nice." You are muted.
The chorus of "Come On,
Oh,
Eileen."
there we
That's
go.
what I'm leaning into.
Nice. It's awesome. Rhea, roll initiative with me and see if you
Okay.
can catch up. I think that's what we'll do. We'll just do initiative between you and Say, because Say is not trying to slowly go anywhere. She's trying to get to the ground as quick as possible.
I got a 17.
I got a nat 20, so I think I'm gonna win.
Yeah.
Well, there goes my nat 20 for the day, guys.
And it's the perfect thing to use it on, right?
For you guys. So anyway, straight down. But that being said, Dusk, you did roll very well. Even if I added Say's initiative to this, you would have outdone her on your dex roll. So
Right.
because of that, I'm gonna allow you to catch up to her. What are y'all talking about on your way down?
I would basically kind of be like, so you jumped.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the thing we practiced. Remember, we got this. I got this. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do the air puff, and we're gonna land in the water. It's really shallow though. And then you would realize this is her first time doing this, jumping off the side of this little cliff that we just talked about.
I feel like that should be like, so I know you got this, right?
Yeah.
And we should practice this a little bit more before the final testing.
Well, they always told me that I'm better. I have all this potential. So here we go. We're gonna do it. You guys are getting close to the ground now. You said you're gonna do thunder wave.
Thunder wave. So a thunder wave has a 10-foot like knock up or a knockback.
Mhm.
So my idea was, I'd have like while we're going down, like I'm building up like all of this like storm electricity or really storm energy, and then to kind of like strike the ground before we get, and then use that knock up to not die.
To pad. Yep. We're kind of doing the same thing. Say for the first time is gonna like rip her bandage off, and her one wing is gonna up, and you're gonna watch as it's a pretty decent wing. It's just the one, and it's gonna try and like cover some of this, and then she's gonna pull her hand up and like put it around you, and she's like, all right, we can do this, and she's gonna pull her other hand up to do her little gust thing. I'll roll for it. What do you have to roll for Thunderwave? You normally have to hit something, right?
Yeah, so it is a con save of 16.
So this is what we're gonna do instead, because I can't make a con save for the Earth. What we're gonna do instead is, this is really about timing, like heavily, and so I'm gonna roll, and you roll a survival saving throw.
Okay.
And because that's gonna be your timing for hitting the ground and doing the thing at the right time, I'm gonna roll my little thing for Say to determine how much damage she would normally take from this.
Okay.
All right. And we're going to do this.
All right. So obviously we survived by a lot. I got an 18.
That's really good. Say does the thing, and with her wing out, it catches her, and it kind of twists you guys, and you do this big explosion, and you both just shoot off to the side into a tree. And but it catches you, and it's a lot. And I'll roll our damage, because I rolled a 3 for her doing her thing.
I just imagine 2 nat ones. You know, you both die. That's the campaign, guys.
And we will take 15 points of bludgeoning damage. And Say will turn to you and be like, no, you're okay. And she's gonna hug you and cast Healing Word and give you 9 points of that health back, and kiss you on the forehead and be like, I gotta find Latine, and then just peel off towards the water.
Right.
Great.
I feel like Dusk would kind of get up and just be like, I survived. We're going to practice that. Yeah.
Rhea, this is when you would land around where Dusk is.
Oh my god. I'd be like, Dusk, oh my god, what happened? Are you okay? Is this what you guys chose to do in the middle of the peace talks? Could you have not picked a better time? But are you okay?
Dusk is going to be incredibly composed. I don't care if half her head is like hanging off her, composing. I'm perfectly fine. It was a good exercise in Say's ability. We weren't planning to go to the peace talks anyway. And she's going to like walk past Rhea, you know.
Okay.
Just
where is Say?
Bloody bruised Dusk. Just
exactly. Yeah. We can't even walk straight. We're just like, we're testing Say's new abilities.
Looks like y'all are doing a really good job. And she'll just follow right along behind you.
Jathir and Doontal. Ivan's gonna drop you, Doontal, and he's gonna go, all right, I'll do circles around the area while y'all just do your thing. Make sure that everything's cool. And Ivan's gonna take off and do little circles in the air.
Ivan's gonna hear in his head a message spell from Jathir and just say, don't wander off.
You can't hear it back, so he's just gonna scream, I'm actually being a good person right today. Just keep going.
Gonna call to
I
him
feel
as
like
he-
Ivan.
No, Ivan is one of the few people Jathir regularly lets communicate, so.
Oh, well, he still would have screamed it out loud so everybody heard him.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like Ivan's in the air. He does like the backstroke, and then he does like the butterfly, and like it's not like real flying. It's like showy.
Ivan is
That's
definitely
exactly what it is.
Ivan is actually definitely the most. He's probably the only one who could have caught up to them if he wanted to. But yeah, Again, he drops you down perfectly, Duntal. He, makes sure that you're good, and then takes off like he said. Everybody
call
else
back and
lands
thank
around
him
where
for the
Rhea
ride.
and Dusk landed. Amber Set and Zahir get there last. Amber lets you go and goes, "Are we good? That was not too bad, right? Like we're good."
No, that was wonderful. I would gift you 5 coins. 5 coins.
Great.
5 out of 5.
Awesome. I'll put them in my gold stars. Wonderful. And she'd fist bump you and then turn to walk past and be like, "Come on, let's go get my sister and make sure that everybody's okay." And she'd try and catch up to Duskara, but also she would not run in front of Rhea. So she's kind of making pace with Rhea
Keeping
and
my
looking
casual pace where she
side-eyed at her.
can't get in front of me.
She's
Yep.
side-eyed looking at her like, "Can I run up to Duskara? Is Duskara gonna notice I'm here?"
Poor girl's on an escort mission.
Yeah. That is a problem. Okay, cool. You guys would hit the outer part of this. There's this small pond with this giant rock in the middle. Again, it's really dark out. At this point, it's like starlight. You're also underneath Rael, so it's even darker down here because although there is moonlight and starlight, it's very hard to hit this part of the valley itself because of the giant city above. There's a very dim glow from the city itself, but it would be very hard to see past anything, even to see the stars. They lean down into this water that has some of the glow coming off of her, and she's holding Latine's body kind of limp in her arms because he fell from this whole thing and hit the ground because Latine cannot fly. And Say is just bawling.
Well, Duskar would walk right over to them and, kneel next to them. And I would cast some healing spell, a big healing spell.
Roll a medicine check.
Sure. I can roll a medicine check first.
He is a lifeless husk. She would grab you, and through her tears, she'd shake you, and she'd be like, "You could do something. Just fix him. I didn't do this on purpose. Fix him." And she push you, she's angry and upset at herself and screaming. As you sit there to think, she'd turn and see Rhea, and there'd be that moment of hope in her voice, and through all of her tears, she'd run up to Rhea and be like, "I know you don't like me, but he didn't do anything. It was not fair. Fix," and start pushing on you to fix him.
And there's nothing that I'm gonna be able to do to fix it, right?
No.
Say, I know we have a lot of whatever you want to call it between us, but honey, there's nothing I'm gonna be able to do for him. I can't.
She'd
I would.
start to whisper that it's not true, and that you're Rhea and you can do it, and it's not fair. And she'd punch you, not in the face or anything, but in the chest, very she's angry, upset,
Yeah.
going through it.
I would just probably gently put my hands on her to try to reassure her.
I think she'd smack your hand away and run over and pick him up. And she can't fly away to get away from any of you, so she'd start dragging him away from everybody, and just keep screaming that she'll figure it out. Then she doesn't need anybody.
I think Duntal is going to Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. He's gonna, having effectively sprinted to try to catch up with Faye and Dusk and try to figure out what's up with Latine. Hearing that, Rhea can't fix him. One last shot, I guess, is to see if he stole anything magical that can rewind him. Can I see if he had anything on him?
I think that if you tried to approach, Say would be very defensive. She, at this point, is angry. And
what about, the creator could technically bring him back for a few minutes, technically, to say goodbye. That's something within the great creator's power. I'm wondering if, because I have animate, and so I'm wondering if I can kind of disguise it as a power from the creator. Because other than that, I'm pretty sure with Rhea right there and all the other angelics, they're gonna be like, oh shit, this chick's on the other side.
Oh, that's really good.
I'm gonna be honest, if you did that, I don't think Rhea would be very happy with that.
That
But
would
you
be
go ahead.
that would be a really fun deception roll to watch. I'm not gonna lie.
Which is why I'm like,
I think that as you, Dune, like you said, you're approaching. You'd have to step into the water as well, because now she's kind of got him up against this large boulder that's in the middle of the water, and she's standing in front of him, almost like a defensive mother. She looks a little bit more unhinged than normal, with 2 attacks, not mind you. No, but anyway, gotcha. And she looks a little bit more unhinged than normal, and looks more manic energy than what she needed to be. And she would start to push back, you'd almost see the water start to ripple. And Dune, because you're in the water, I'm gonna say you would realize it's not her making the water ripple, and you'd watch eyes on top of the rock open, and you'd hear a low growl. I knew if I waited here, eventually I'd find something. How great that it was food from up top. And a demon would stand up from the rock. We can go to the map and roll initiative. Cool. And now I will switch to our map and throw our demon up with Say and Latine's body in front of it. Dune, you are here-ish, which is why you could see it. And I think the rest, I'd say that Dusk, you're a little bit closer than everybody else. But the rest of you are coming from here-ish. Yeah. So let's go into initiative. Let me roll, sorry. For my one demon. Oof. I got a 20, but it's not natural.
Question.
Yep.
Did the general become sand at the same time Latine died?
You don't know the General Sand yet. But have fun.
Oh, crazy! Latine is dead, and Drog turned to sand. Wow, what a crazy afternoon for these Northerners.
All right, so what everybody roll for initiative? My demon rolled 20. Did anybody roll higher?
I got a nat 1.
I got an 18. Did you really
I
get
got
a
an
nat
18
one?
as well.
Yep. It was a 3 with modifiers.
That tracks. So did anybody get higher than a 20 is my point. All right, so then Zahir, you're going to go second with an 18?
We both rolled 18s.
But that's fine. I don't mind if you go first.
I'm pretty sure you're faster than Duskara.
in terms of dexterity?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
All right, what's your dexterity, Zahir?
14.
+4.
I'm corrected. Duskara, you're first.
I mean, it was fine. She could go. I just wanted to check you about the, the
Oh, no,
dexterity.
Oh, please. You brought it up. You get to
Yeah,
go
you
before
second
I
now.
do, Miss Spellcaster.
Who's after who's below an 18? Where are we at? Rhea, what'd you get?
I got a 5.
Doontal, what'd you get?
11 from me, Chief.
Very cool. Very cool. So that means the demon goes first. How fun. This is like fire and darkness incarnate. It lights the area up. Its teeth look like dripping magma. Its eyes have like these large yellow pits, like almost like you can see in through his skull, through the yellow like glow. It's got almost like barbs coming off of it in all directions. It doesn't have fur. It's like literal like barbs of magma shooting off of his back, and it has 4 hulking arms plus its feet. This is, as far as for those of you who have fought demons before, Zahir and Rhea and possibly Doontal as well, I would not put it past them. You all would specifically know this is a like higher level demon. This is one that's allowed to go on his own. Most of Entropy's demons are not allowed to run around on their own. This is like a hunter. This is somebody that is just around to cause issues before. It's like a herald, if you get what I mean. This being here means that this area is going to be full eventually. But also, he's fairly well suited to fight on his own. He'll look down at oh, I'm sorry, I have to roll for Amber. Amber got a 19, so she'll go second. Very cool. He's gonna like grab the rock with 2 of his arms and push off and jump past and land to swing on Duskara. So, if you would like to take a attack of opportunity, though, Mr. Doontal, he did jump straight past you.
With pleasure. So, I guess I'll have drawn my my quarterstaff by the time, he's woken up and moving.
Mhm.
And I will roll. That is a 9 to hit.
Sorry.
That's okay. Better luck next
So
time.
he's gonna land and take one big batting swing at Duskara to see if I can't slam you away from him to the side. So I'll roll both to hit and see if I can hit you with one of them.
All right.
Okay, I gotta make this rule right now. I'm gonna say that if we equal the AC, whoever has that AC is defended. So that will apply to all of us. You know what I'm talking about? If I rolled a hit, I rolled an 18. What's your AC?
My AC is 18.
Okay, so perfect. This is a great example. I rolled 2 swings that are both 18s to hit because I rolled 2 the same number. I'm gonna say that you defend that. I don't hit you on that. And
Okay.
it's gonna be the same rule back for all of my monsters and stuff like that throughout the campaign. We all good?
Okay, so you're giving AC to the player.
AC to the player, yes. AC to the person, yeah.
The defender.
The
wins,
defender,
right,
yes.
is what
The
you're
defender is
saying.
going to be AC. We'll do that.
Does that count for like monsters? So if I swung,
Yeah,
and it was
same
an
thing. Same thing.
okay,
All right,
you're
so
good. Okay, that's
2
defender.
large swings. You all watch as Duskar, still battered and a little bit fucked up from everything. She just kind of like weaves in and out of these 2 swings. A little bit more
Yeah.
Able-bodied than I think y'all probably would have given her credit for before that.
Right.
And it's gonna turn and its eyes gonna track and see the other 4 of you, and it's gonna like growl and be like, "So many more than I thought," and stomp, and it'll end its turn while it's looking like it's getting ready to do something. Very cool. Amber's turn. She'll look and go, oh, this is a demon. It's a demon. And she's going to draw her sword and immediately just rush it. And, yeah, we'll have Amber run in, and she'll take her 2 swings. And apparently miss with both of them. That sucks. To just clang, clang. She just has a regular sword that she's forged herself currently. Both of them hit, and they both kind of like rear off of his skin. Duskar, that's your turn.
So, I have a invisibility type of action, and I'm trying to figure out it's
I'm trying to disengage. Is that what we're doing?
right, but I mean it's called hidden step, right? So it's like as a bonus action I magically turn invisible, right? So I'm trying to understand if that would be potentially an automatic disengage.
It's not
Or
an
would I need to
automatic
take an
disengage.
action?
It's not an automatic disengage, but because he is currently focused on the others, if you do that, I will. If you use that as your action, I'll let it work. But it is not an automatic disengage normally.
Okay, well, because it's a bonus action, I could disengage and then
Do something
it
as
with
you
that.
run. Yes.
Okay. So I think we're going to do that, the hidden step.
Okay.
And then we're going to move over to Say. Is that 30?
Let's see.
What's the distance? It's kind of. It says 20.
To
but,
Say, it's about 15.
Okay.
To where I just put you, it's about 15.
Cool. And so she kind of wants to protect Say and potentially, be like, look, and move her kind of out of the situation a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's kind of the angle that she's going for.
Okay. Say's gonna look at you and then look at everything and be like, "What? No. Okay. I have to get Latine's body out of here. I have to go. I'm okay." And she's gonna lift him and start to try and drag him away. Zahir?
That's it for my turn.
Zahir?
All right. I guess we're fighting.
This is what you live for, Zahir.
Oh, no. This is Alex saying this.
Oh, okay.
I'm fully aware. Sorry. I'm personally reeling from the fact you have an 18 AC as a druid. Just saying.
You're welcome.
I didn't say thank you.
That's okay. I'm helping.
I know.
Wait a minute. Wait, what? You have an 18.
Right.
It's not that hard.
No. We're not talking about it. We're playing a game. Go, Zahir. I will address this at the end of this episode.
Feel free. It's legit.
Yeah, it's super legit. Go ahead, Zahir.
It is.
Let's run and swing.
Okay. 5, 10, 15. Yeah, you easily have the movement to it. So every 4 of these little things is 10 or 5. I mean, just so y'all know, these 4 little each box. It's extra gridded for your pleasure. Go ahead.
It is good to be accurate. All right, let's swing with you.
I'm guessing she got a nat 20 when she's muted.
I like how I was the only
Nice
person who heard
swing.
that.
I'm sorry, it's a nat 20!
That's a nat
It's a
20.
28! It's a nat 20! My first time swinging! Fuck
That's awesome. That's so good. What kind of damage do you do?
Slashing damage.
Fantastic. That's great. Go ahead.
I'm gonna have to screenshot that.
Hell yeah, there's a thing for it. Channel for it all.
Yeah. 21 is a crit.
Okay. 21. Cool.
I get 2 attacks, so I'm gonna swing again.
Yup.
Oh wait, I have smites.
Yeah, I was like, do
Is
you
this
want to
where I
add
use
any
them?
of those?
I would like to add a smite to the crit, please.
Yep. Go ahead.
Just a regular divine smite?
Let's do. Shit, these rules. Is it better if I hit with a regular divine smite after I crit, or should I use one of the
Yeah.
spell cast? Yeah. Okay, regular divine smite, please.
And I think it does, what, 2d8? But you can do more if you want to use a higher level spell slot.
How much? What kind of damage does the Divine Smite do?
Radiant.
Okay. The Radiant will do regular damage.
Drat. I won't use an extra level spell slot yet.
The slashing did half. I'm just letting you all know as you go. So you're going to do the Radiant. It does regular damage. He took half damage from the other stuff that you've done so far.
And don't forget your divine smite will be critted too, so roll double.
Yes.
Yes.
Hooray!
You're still
19 point damage.
Your mic is going
Sorry.
in and out very heavily.
Who's?
I'm
Hers.
lagging real bad.
Oh, she's lagging. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, cool.
I'm lagging.
No,
My
that's fine.
computer's working really hard.
Oh, I'm so sorry. We'll do this as quick as we can.
I'm sorry.
No, how much damage did you do?
18.
Okay, so 18 is
18
normal.
radiant.
Great, so you did 29 damage this round so far.
Okay. That's my first attack.
Yep.
Set. Oh, I know how to fix this. Did I do it? Great.
Dune, you are on deck.
Okay, we're gonna swing again with Hugh.
With who? Oh, the sword.
Hugh.
That's right. Yes, I remember.
8, 11.
Does not hit.
Wait. I have something. I have things. I have a channel divinity where I can do guided strike. I can add +10.
Do what?
I have guided strike. I can channel divinity to strike with supernatural accuracy, and when I make an attack roll, I can use it to gain +10 to the roll, and I can make this choice after I see the roll.
Then I guess you fucking hit.
It's 10 to
It's-
hit,
it's
not
just
10
technic-
damage.
Yeah, that's good.
No, it's 10 to hit. It's not a.
Yeah, so
It
I guess you
technically is
hit
before
then.
the DM says where it says. So I will say, it technically says before the DM says whether the attack hits or misses, but I was going to use it anyways when I saw it was an 11.
That's fine. You hit. Go ahead. We're good.
Okay.
You're learning Paladin as we go. I understand. We're very fine here. Go.
Yeah, normally everyone I'm a spellcaster.
Now she's
Ooh, nice.
a spellcaster with 2 attacks.
So that's 12
12 damage.
slashing.
Okay.
But with the divine smite, that's not the right dice.
Okay.
My divine smite is 11.
Okay, and that's again, so it's gonna be 11 more damage. Okay. Okay.
Yes, and then as a cool thing that I get to do as Great Weapons Master when I crit is I get to do another melee attack as a bonus action.
Yep. Do it again.
So I'm gonna do it again.
Do it again.
Go.
Do it again.
I don't think I get to. I don't think I get to do it again. That was a 13.
Nope. Sorry, it's below his AC. You all watch.
Yeah,
as
I don't.
everybody watches as Zahir rushes in, takes two like really strong hits. It lights up, and you watch as the radiant like slashes leave these big gashes in it, and the magma's not able to curl up. You can see parts of them fall off. Some of the razor barbs extended from them. That being said, how many misses did you have there? 2? Did you miss 2 or 1?
Only once technically. And does a 14 hit on chance?
No.
Okay. All right. I had 1 miss, 2 hits.
So for the 1 miss, you take 2 fire damage.
That's rude.
I believe so. And so as you pull back, you can see some of the barbs in your arm, inlaid, and they're just searing a little bit. You got really good strikes in, is my point. And he kind of howls a little bit in anger, and his eyes kind of like flare a little bit more. But you can tell that this was a very solid strike. Amber's gonna look over and be like, "That was mad awesome."
Thank you. I'm a bit rusty after it's been a long day, but we can learn as we go.
She's gonna like rear back to, like getting ready to strike again and be like, "It has been a really long day." Dune Tall, your turn.
Okay, great. A couple quick questions.
Yes.
First, did I take any damage from missing my attack of opportunity earlier?
No, because he was not fighting with you.
Okay. 2, does the demon have wings? Just out of curiosity.
No, he has very large. He has 4
Okay.
really large arms and pretty bulky legs.
Okay. And then I feel like I had a third. Oh yeah. And then does it look like it's taken a lot of damage from the strikes?
It took
that you
very.
got in?
It took very good damage, but it doesn't look like it's It doesn't look like it's going down anytime soon.
Okay. Great. So I am going to move. Oh, I can move my token. That's awesome. All right.
Yep.
Doontal is going to move to the shallower end of the pond,
Nice.
and I'm going to start. So I would like to cast Conjure Animals.
Awesome.
I would like to drop 2 Ravenous Bunnies on it.
Let's do this.
Okay, can I put one of them in between the demon and the girls in the middle?
Okay. Other one?
The other one will be on the south side of it.
This one?
Yeah, that'll do.
Okay. 2 ravenous
then-
bunnies down.
Yep. The command is to attack.
Okay.
And with my bonus action, Doontal will whisper to himself, "The earth trembles," and he will poof and disappear in a puff of smoke and be replaced by a very small tortoise. That's it. That's all I got.
Awesome. Did you
No,
want
he's little.
did you want to make the ravenous bunnies attack?
They get their own. We have to re-roll their initiative, and then they get put in the turn order as their own team.
Oh, let's have them Let's just have them go after you.
Oh, okay, awesome,
Yeah, that seems
Big
reasonable.
fan.
We'll do your turn all at once. Make their attacks and stuff together.
cool. So they are both going to use their flurry attack on the demon.
Yep.
I have this written down.
I've seen this movie before. Anyway.
Nice. All right, so I'm gonna roll. It's a +6 to hit. I'm gonna roll my weapon because it's the same thing. So I guess you don't get to see it. All right, the
The
first one
bunnies
is
have +6 to hit?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, they get your to hit.
What?
First
We need to
one's
get
15.
pork bowl some plus. Go ahead.
Bring on the rabbitars.
The first one's a 15 to hit.
15 does not hit.
Okay. Second one. Oof. Nope. Worse than that. They do not hit.
Can the bunnies take damage?
They can.
Great.
If they go to 0, they poof.
Great. One of them takes 4 and the other one takes 1 fire damage.
Okay.
Bunnies. Yeah, y'all watch these very angry bunnies appear and just start gnawing at this thing. Little flurry kicks. Now I want to name them.
You ever seen that video, that meme where like the lady's like holding the bunny and like all you see is like the other like rabbit like hitting her, just like
Yeah, that's what I'm imagining too.
Just little
Rhea,
guys
it's your
trying their
turn,
best.
and then it will be Jahir's turn, and after Jahir, Say will go.
Okay, let's see.
Just so we understand, Say also rolled a nat 1 for initiative. I just want you all to know.
She's a
I
little
was wondering if she
distracted.
gets a turn.
Yeah, she
I mean,
does.
after the whole 3 with the landing, look.
God.
She's not having a good day, guys.
No, she's not.
Tell me about it.
One of our only friends just died. Oh, he said, "Tell me about it."
I think Dune Tall kind of takes the cake on this one.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did just lose his leader.
I
and
say
the
Dune
kid.
Tall's having the worst day.
Also has not
Right.
landed a hit yet.
I don't know. Ivan got in trouble. His day's not great.
Ivan,
Doesn't that happen every day?
who's not even here for the fight.
Speaking of, can we calm down? Excuse me, Sir Ivan, if it pleases you thus, please join in on the fight.
Same thing
Yeah,
with
I was gonna
Belzak.
do that on
Like,
my
you can
turn.
Call Belzak, he'll fucking disintegrate the demon. Anyway,
Where is
Rhea,
Belzak?
please go.
Okay, so Rhea is going to immediately draw her sword of the creator and move in so that way she can get within 10 feet of Jathir, Amber. I don't know if that'll include Zahir. It would be nice if it could.
So here?
That is beautiful.
We could
We'll
say
go
that
with
you're like right here because you're flying realistically. I mean, you just can jump up with your, you know what I mean? You fly. So I
Sure.
can see that being a
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, that's fine. We'll stack you.
I'll just pull the sword out so that way now everybody within 10 feet of me has advantage on saving throws against spells or other magical effects.
This sword is ridiculous. I just want you all to understand.
And then just to top it off to make it a little bit better, I will give myself, Jathir, Amber, and Zahir all bless.
Okay. How do you bless people?
I imagine she raises her hand high and says, "For the Creator's light, Amen." And then a giant glowing light spreads over your foreheads, little halos, I would imagine.
That's awesome.
Like, oh, you guys look perfect. Perfect.
Zahir's gonna poke theirs and go, "I quite holy, if you say."
I think
They get it. See, they get it,
Oh.
Jathir. They get it.
I think Amber would look at you and kind of giggle a little bit, but like it's very much a fake, like somebody just made a dad joke in front of her giggle.
Haha, see? I am not only witty, I'm sometimes funny. Even in battle. It's good to have a sense of humor.
The demon will groan.
I wasn't asking you. That's quite rude.
Humans don't have good senses of humor, anyways. Don't worry about it.
I want
Jathir
that. That
also
was real.
grows.
That was.
Are you swinging at our demon?
Bless is an action unless I can swing on a bonus
Oh.
action.
Nope. Okay, very cool. Jathir,
Yep.
go.
Oh, okay. when this thing kind of just came up, what does the landscape that we're fighting in look like right now? Like, how
Heavy woods.
is there like enough loose earth that I could effectively use mold earth to put up like a 5 foot by 5 foot little wall in front of me? Since I'm 3 foot tall, that'll give me total cover.
If you move back a little bit, yeah, you could do it.
Okay.
So, move you like here. Oh, you want to move there? That's fine. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna put up like a wall in front of me using some loose earth, using mold earth as my cantrip, and then I'm going to cast Armor of Agathis on myself at 2nd level, giving myself 10 temporary health.
Very cool.
And because I'm a Mark of Scribes gnome, I have the message spell that I can use at will. So I am going to call up to Ivan and say, you seemed eager to use your explosions earlier today. Come put them to good use, and maybe earn some favor amongst your siblings and Lady Rhea. This will be a perfect time to get back in everyone's good graces.
Oh, can you answer back?
Yeah, he can answer back.
He'd say, "What? I'm back up. What's going? Where are you?"
Down where your sister landed, a demon has appeared.
Oh man, yeah. On my way.
I figured you'd want to. This will give you a chance to cut loose.
Okay, great. Yeah, no, I'll. And then he's gonna whisper, "Yeah, I'll be there, but I'm gonna come and not tell them so that I get credit." But okay, great. And then he'll cut out.
That's what I was expecting him to do. So that's exactly what I wanted.
Fantastic. Yep. All right. Roll me a d4. One. Cool. Ivan's 1 round away.
Nice.
Very good. That is Say's turn. Say's gonna lift Latine and move half her movement. And then she's gonna stop right here, actually turn and look at Duskara and say, "Are you coming with me or are you staying?"
She would go with say.
Okay. Well then, okay. And then she'd look at Latine and then call out, because she can't see Dune tall, because he's a tortoise in the water. But
Fair enough.
she'd call out and say, Latine's friend, please be safe. And you will have Bardic Inspiration on a D6. So you have a D4 and a D6 now.
Heck yeah.
And then she would take Latine the rest of the halfway with her. Cool. That's how far she can moving half at a time. So we'll see how far she gets away. Cool. Demon's turn. He just got hit really well. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that was pretty freaking ridiculous. And he's gonna scream and roar and like, look at these damn bunnies that are on him now. And he's gonna do one thing where like all of this fire and magma like boil up and roll off of him. It's like it's called heat sink, but it's like this big outward push of like hot air. And so first I need everybody to make a Constitution save that's within 10 feet of them. So that's not Duskara and not Jathir, but the rest of you, Constitution save, looking for a 12.
And is that against some kind of like, would you call that a spell or magical effect?
Yes. No, this is a magical
Okay,
effect.
so everyone has advantage on that.
You all have advantage on it. So we're looking for 12.
Oh, also, I have. Okay, I'm back. Great. I have Aura of Protection.
Which means you
So
have
when
plus-
am I good?
Yeah.
Cool, great. When I'm conscious, all friendly creatures within 10 feet of me get a +3 to bonus to saving throws. So in addition to the you get a +3 in addition to what you roll with your regular modifier. So that affects Rhea and Amber at the moment.
If somehow you fail your con saving throw, you will take 18 damage. If not, you will take 9 fire damage.
Jeez.
Dune tall past in tortoise form.
Very good. Your bunnies
I'm gonna roll
don't have
for
to.
the bunnies. Oh, they don't.
They don't
Okay.
have to. So whenever I do this, unless the animals get way out of hand, which these are not going to, I know what you have. They pass most AOE things like this. I just let them. I let you out because it's not fun when they just die in one round. You know what I mean? Like, it's not fun.
That's fair.
So let's let the bunnies are good enough. They have +6 to hit. I think they're fine. But
What gets way out of hand, Way? What are you talking about?
well, let's see. How about the necromantic army that somehow was raised in front of me? We're not gonna go through this right now. I'm
Recall that. I don't recall any of that.
Oh,
The
I have no
bunnies
idea
are
what you're
essentially
talking
here to
about.
vibe.
An army? Long term. It was more like a militia at best.
We shouldn't tease while we're in battle.
So
Because Way
Yeah,
can hurt
but
us.
anyway,
smart.
after
Probably
after that damage, it's gonna look up and see Rhea's sword and you in the air. It's gonna try and swat at you sideways, and then I'm gonna use my other attack to grapple Amber. But let's see. So first against Rhea, I had 21 to hit.
Yep.
So that'll be 13 fire damage, and also you have to move back 15 feet.
Okay.
So I'll move you. 5, 10. That push you about right there, while he kind of like backhands you sideways, and then grappling Amber. Let's go. I hit. I guess I will strength check each other. So Amber will be the orange dice. That's, well, I hit her, but Amber got a nat 20. So, he goes to grab her, and I'm just gonna say she puts her sword up and like grinds against his hand, and she like in the moment you see her look a lot more excited than what you'd imagine her to be, and it's gonna be her turn next, so I'm gonna let this all flow into itself. So I'm gonna roll her hits real quick to see, and then describe it. One. Cool. So she like stops it. She'll take a little bit of her damage from him hitting her, but then she's gonna like stop and like laugh and grin and get a little bit like kind of like that manic energy, and then she's gonna slash his hand and spin around and take a slash at his belly, and leave 2 large cuts as she does 26 damage to him.
Go Amber.
Yes.
So that would be 26. That'll put him at 72. Yeah. Right? 46, 26, 72? Yeah. I can math. Good. And she's going to be like, ha! Yes! I've trained for this. And then she's going to look up and some of the fire is going to like drip on her and like sear away a piece of like sear into her skin. And she'll take her 4 fire damage and kind of like giggle at it a little bit. Duskara, it's your turn. Then Zahira, you're on deck.
Awesome. So you're gonna like see like this magical like nature energy kind of like pool around her, and I'm going to activate symbiotic entity, and also cast Okay, there and cast divine favor. And
Awesome, no
that will
problem.
be
I forgot he would have taken half that damage because she doesn't do radiant damage. Minus 13. Okay. Keep going. Sorry.
Oh, okay. And then she's going to move kind of like right in front to make sure she's in between the demon and Faye.
Awesome. 72 minus 13. Minus 13 is 49. No.
59.
It's 59, right?
59.
Yeah. Okay. Again, sorry guys. I'm trying to do math here on the fly. It's been a long day. For the DM too. Keep going. Dusk, I'm so sorry.
That's all she can do on her turn because that was an action and a bonus action.
Very cool. Beautiful. Zahir, go.
We're gonna swing. Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh.
You gotta tell me what you roll and stuff because I can't see your rolls.
27.
Hits? Really hits.
I wish we had established that 19. I wish that 19 were crits.
With
Man.
2 levels in fighter, it can be.
Mhm.
7 slashing, so halved.
Mm-hmm.
But I will use branding smite on it because that's radiant damage.
Okay.
I think how that works. Yeah, because it'll apply for both rolls as long as I can hit it again.
So does it do radiant damage or do you extra damage?
It deals extra radiant damage.
Oh, okay.
So
that's
I'm
cool.
rolling it.
Okay, so the 7 was 4 damage. So great.
Roll, damn it. It's not letting me click it.
There it goes.
It's load.
Oh, thank God.
Trying its best.
9 radiant damage.
Nice. So now we're at 71. Very good.
Hit it again.
Yep.
14.
Does not hit. You
Man.
get like one really good cleaving uppercut on him, leaving like this big like piece of the radiant peels out, and then you go slash back across like almost right where Amber slashed, and it just leaves a spot that closes up really fast. And he kind of like laughs a little bit and just starts to lean into it and looks back at you guys and like just roars with like some of his like the magma spitting on you, and you will take 2 fire damage for missing.
It's still rude.
That makes it Doontal and the bunny's turn.
Yeah.
Rhea, you're next.
Okay.
Okay. I am a tiny creature. Can I like move under the demon?
Sure.
Okay. I'll be there.
Moving underneath the demon, so between his legs. I feel you. Go ahead.
Yep. It's 5 and floating like you do. As a tortoise, I'm gonna withdraw, and I'll gain +3 to my AC for this turn cycle.
Nice. Okay.
Thank you. And then I'm gonna command the bunnies to attack again. Here we go.
Yeah.
All right, that one's a 9.
Okay.
Come on, another 9. I
Bunnies
think I rolled
miss.
3 3s on these bunnies.
And one takes 2 damage, the other one takes 5.
Okay.
You can choose which one's which.
Okay.
Before Jahir goes, I'm gonna take the only legendary action I have, by the way. Just letting y'all know. That being said, is it the end of your turn, Doontal?
Yep, that's all I got.
Very cool. Rhea, your turn.
All right. She's gonna kind of stand up, dust herself off, be like, "Whew, I have really been out of action for a long time. It's a lot harder than I would remember." And she's gonna whip a guiding bolt at the demon.
Uh-huh.
Does a 22 hit?
Yep.
Okay.
In all my years, I've never seen that guiding bolt miss.
Shut the fuck up.
And he's gonna take 18 radiant damage from that.
Yep.
And then I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use 2 of my sorcery points for my Metamagic Adept to cast a spell that would normally be an action as a bonus action, so I can do a cantrip.
Very cool.
And then I will do, we haven't tried. But that also does radiant damage. Lots of radiant damage. We'll do Word of Radiance. So he needs to make a con save of a 14.
At least we know radiant does regular damage.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
And
got
it doesn't-
14.
So that's
Yeah.
the good part here.
Yeah, I got a 14.
Okay.
10 plus.
So then he doesn't take any damage. All right.
Okay.
So, like, would ice damage do double damage? I was trying to figure out, like, are we Pokemon ruling
Right.
this?
That's what I thought too.
That was
And that'll be
Thank
my
you.
turn.
that was lit. Just for fun, how do you how does Rhea cast guiding bolt?
Gosh. I
Was it-
imagine, let me think. She would probably put her hands together in prayer, and as she like split them apart, I imagine that the light would form from that, and then she would throw it.
That's kind of cool. Awesome.
That's cool.
Very
Yeah.
cool. Very cool.
No finger guns, but I mean, you know.
Right.
Guiding
Still
bolt.
really cool.
Guiding bolt slams it, like some of the light slams into him. He rears back, and then in anger, he's gonna slam onto the ground, and a bunch of his quills are gonna fly out. Again, Jahir, you're behind something, so I guess you're not gonna get hit by this. As your earth takes just a bunch of barbed quills to it. But I'll say, let's see. How far are you? 5, 10, 15. You're 20 feet. So Duskara and Amber and Zahir, we will make and I guess Rhea, you're within 20 feet too, because I only hit you 15. So all of us except for Dune, who is under him, and therefore would not have to worry about quills flying outwards. The rest of you will have to make a dexterity saving throw. I will make mine for Amber, which she does make. Yay. You're looking for a 16.
I got an 18.
Very cool.
Does advantage still count?
Mhm.
Do they
That
still
advantage still count, Rhea?
Or
It is within 10 feet, so no.
cool.
But you
Well-
should still have your bless.
But you do still have a bless.
Right.
Oh, okay. I might be able to make it.
What was it we had to make?
16.
Come on.
Otherwise, you will take 13 piercing and 2 fire damage.
He rolled a 15.
So did I. So
You will take 13 piercing and 2 fire damage.
Fine. That sucks.
That makes it Jahir's turn.
Okay, so I'm going to. Hmm. I'm going to stick my head out from behind the wall and take my staff and swirl it once and point just above where the demon is. Uh, and I'm going to use Cloud of Daggers
Nice.
and create a 5-foot cube of spinning daggers right on top of where he's at, so everyone at ground level will be out of it. He'll take 44 slashing damage now, and then at the beginning of his turn again.
Do I get to roll something, or does it just happen?
This just happens.
Okay, so 22 damage to him now. What does that put him at?
Oh, that's
111?
Well, it's
So,
slashing
10
damage. So it's
damage.
half, right?
yeah. It's 10 damage is what was the first round. So it's, I think you said that's half, so it'll be 5.
Oh.
And then at the start of his turn, he'll take another 4d4.
4d4. I was hearing 44 damage.
No, 4d4.
I was as well.
I was like, this is a great
Like,
spell.
An incredible spell.
Like, what?
Oh. Oh.
Level. I'm hearing
D4.
44 too.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
No, I'm
that's
hearing
fine.
44.
Okay, 5 damage.
Big.
Let's do this. Okay.
Yeah, no. 4d4 damage.
All right.
And then I'm going to bonus action Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
That's
And
awesome.
then fire 2 beams. What is your bless, Rhea? Is it a D4 or a D6?
It is a D4.
26 and 18 hit.
The 18 misses.
Okay.
Good.
That is its AC.
Okay. So then it takes another 12 damage from Eldritch Blast, and
What kind
it's
of
going to
damage
get
is that?
pushed 10 feet. Huh?
Eldritch is force?
Force damage, yes.
Cool. It does normal damage.
And then it's going to get pushed back 10 feet. And it would be pushed, yeah, like that, yeah.
How much damage did you do? 12?
Yeah.
Do
Okay.
we get
And then
attacks of
I'm just going to
opportunity?
resume cover behind my wall. And that'll be
If
my
your
turn.
bunnies go with them, they don't. Otherwise, they do. It's your choice. And you would get an attack of opportunity either way.
Heck yeah.
So, yes, the 3 of you can get an attack of opportunity if you want. And remember, you have Bardic inspiration for a D6, and you have your inspiration that I gave you for being Doontal friend to all for a D4.
Yeah.
You
Can I
can't
apply
stack
those
them on the
after
same
I see a
attack, but you
roll?
can use them for your bunnies.
Oh, okay. Can I apply them after I see the roll, or do I have to like say ahead of time I'm using
you
this
you
on
can
this
just
roll?
apply them after you see the roll.
Okay,
Man, that's
cool.
fine.
Start rolling.
Friend to all. I'm still laughing about that.
It was the greatest line.
You need a coffee mug that says that.
I want a t-shirt that says that. I'd wear it.
Big orc face, Doontal friend to all.
Mm-hmm.
Is it for the tortoise?
With like a little bandage over it, but a smile.
Yeah,
Oof. All right. The tortoise is an 18.
that misses because we decided that the defender.
Fair enough. Rolling for the bunnies. That's a 23.
Can you use the bardic? Woo!
Okay, bunnies, let's go.
All right. So first bunny damage.
But she was saying, could you use the bardic inspiration to make that 18
Yeah,
of?
Yeah,
She's
sure.
like,
He's like, ah.
I'll
eh.
do it. I think so.
I got 1 hit.
It's a
No, get
17
more. We
from the
can
bunny.
use the counter.
From the first bunny.
17 damage. What kind?
Flashing.
Very cool. Okay,
But,
so
yeah,
17 divided by 2 is
So I can do magical damage when I'm in beast form. Does that ability apply to the beast I summon too?
They'd probably be magic, but unless it's force damage or radiant, it's probably
Okay,
gonna be
fair enough.
halved. I don't think you're gonna do the type he's immune to with the bunnies, so
Makes sense.
yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was just, like just physical damage or not.
Nah, it's he's immune to most types of damage, or not immune, resistant to most types of damage.
Right.
Bunnies catch on fire.
I'm sorry. So 6, so he's at 113, I believe.
8.
Okay.
So the second bunny missed, but on the first one's hit, when the target gets hit, they typically have to make a dex save. I'm not sure if that'll apply to the demon. On
Well,
a
what
fail,
happens?
they lose the effects of their armor. It like shreds it.
Dylan, use your bardic inspiration because he said you can use it for the bunnies.
Oh yeah. Yeah, let me use that.
So he does. So you don't lose your effects. Just use the
What
bardic.
dex save do I need to make?
I
rolled an 11.
Okay. I had it down as a 15 because that's my dex. I mean, we can change it if you want. Like, is
No,
that
it's
too much?
fine. So his
Okay.
armor gets shredded?
Yeah,
Was it the first bunny or second bunny attack?
that was the first one.
What did the second bunny roll?
A 17.
You'd hit.
Wait, bardic.
No, you hit with
Roll
the
the
bunny.
bardic.
It's 17.
But
now.
it hits now.
It hits now. His armor's gone. The
Yeah.
bunny broke his armor.
God, Dylan.
Oh my
All right, and then it's
Too
3 more
tall.
Friend
Dude,
all
don't friend
indeed,
all
right?
dead bunnies.
18 from the second bunny.
His shirt now needs bunnies on it.
All right, so that's 9
9,
more then.
yeah.
That puts him at 20. Okay.
122.
Now he looks
What?
a bit fucked up. I'm just gonna say. But
Good.
also, you all watch as this bunny like is doing all these little kicks, and then you watch the armor go and just shatter, and he's gonna look around and be like, and you watch as like this onyx black armor with these like huge like roaring quills just and like just slams into the water in front of him, and all this like searing like the smoke and steam rolls up as it quenches the armor, and it just shatters.
I have
feel
totally
like
mixed
this-
feelings about that. Like, I'm glad it happened, but at the same time, like, I feel like I know what it's like to have your armor shattered. Like, it just.
You know what? I'm glad that you can feel me, Cruxus.
You are not an orc right now. You do not, with this 18 bullshit, you do not get to say anything.
Okay.
I feel like
Dune, that was your attacks of opportunity.
Yep.
Did you hear that was your turn, right?
Yep, that was my turn.
Very cool. One second.
I feel like this is the moment where Zahir would go to Amber and be like, see? Even bunnies are honorable in battle. Everyone just picks up where they can. Everyone can fight. The size no longer matters of the warrior.
Nice.
You see a little tortoise floating in the water, just like nodding its little head at you.
Amber. No, yes, I agree. That was wonderful. And I kind of like the bunnies. And then she's gonna like stand
bunnies
up, and
are
you're gonna
good.
watch as like this giant beam of like just radiant light, and these two swords come like spinning in as Ivan slams into the water next to him and just like starts to cleave through him. I'll make Ivan's 3 attacks.
Ivan irons this. I'm gonna be really pissed off.
So he misses with
I'm gonna be
one.
happy, but I'm gonna be really pissed off.
Misses with 1.
I'm on 6. I mean, Ivan.
Yeah. If he sixes this, yes.
First battle, I'm putting my body on the line. I want to hit it.
So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14.
Or the bunnies can do it. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that's a good second option.
It's a good second option.
I'm a fan.
Rhea, I don't mind. Amber, I don't mind.
That will put him at 1.
Well, you know, there are like 3 or 4 of the people that you forgot to name that you didn't mind, but that's okay.
You got something against gnome wizards?
All right. So Ivan like comes in like Ivan comes in like this like spinning top and just hits him with two, and then as his swords hit, he lets go of both of them, steps back, and his wings just push them in as you see the swords slam and stay in him. And Ivan laughs and looks around and goes, "Just one? There's just one demon? Jathir, you called me for nothing." And then he's gonna say, "All right, I'll kill it though." And then that's the end of his turn.
I'm pretty sure I told you that a demon appeared, sir.
I wasn't listening. I was talking to my brother at the time. Anyway, demon's turn. So the demon, although it just got these two swords slammed in its back, is really focused at the moment on something and is pretty upset in general. And he is going to jump up past land and try and make all of his attacks against Amber and Zahir. I guess I'll take a attack of opportunity with Ivan. He misses because he doesn't have his swords. They're stuck in the demon. So, anyway.
Is there any chance I can get a second attack of opportunity? The tortoise can do that.
The tortoise is allowed to get a second attack
It
of
has
opportunity?
3.
Huh?
It can't attack on its own turn, though.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
Okay, cool. That's a 14. I'm going to use the... I'll use my D4 to boost that.
No matter what you roll, you hit.
Okay, well, I mean, I said I'd use it. So
His AC is now 14. So.
Oh, no. Oh, well, I needed it then because it ties.
Yeah.
So I got a 1. So that's a 15 now.
That's a 15? You hit?
Yep. All right. Heck yeah. That is 10 or 10. Yeah. So 5.
Oh,
the big
yeah.
chomp.
He takes 5. That's very good.
Yeah.
So that's 153. Oof, close.
Does
Great.
it let go after the chomp, or is it just hanging toward us?
It's just a big chomp, like comically large.
Yeah, comically large chomp. Awesome.
Just take
He
a little
lands.
chunk out of its tail.
Fiendish Vigor will take 3 swings on each of you.
Shit.
A nat 20 on Amber. And then 1 hit for Amber. Zahir, I'm going to roll to hit you now. I think it's probably only 1 hit. I don't actually know your AC. I don't think that I hit you on a 15, though. So I would say the 24 probably hits, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I forgot to remind you, but you took 4d4 damage at the beginning of this turn for your demon.
Oh, how much damage do I take?
Twelve.
So I'm at.
Well, it's slashing, so 6.
So I'm at 159.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very cool.
It's 160. What you want to fucking bet?
Probably.
So now the damage on Amber. I need an extra D12. Where are you? Here we go.
I need someone to pray.
Wow, I rolled 2 12s. Fuck.
Ending blessings from the turtle god right now.
Please.
With 36 damage, that would put Amber out. So he's gonna like slam Amber into the water and then take his other and then like go to hit Zahir, while he's holding her in the water with his hand. The one that hit you, Zahir, will do. Damn, I rolled another 12. 12, 13, 14. You'll take 14 fire damage.
Okay. Oh, that's not no. I'm ragged as fuck.
So like he's holding Amber under the water with his hand. He just like swung on you, and he's just gonna scream as loud as he can, like downwards, and you'll watch the water like ripple and actually like come out, and you'll see Amber is like not breathing as he like holds her down. And Amber's gonna make her first death saving throw since she is her turn. Very cool. Duskara, your turn.
Oh, right. I can't remember. Like, I'm actually like started this game.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot. Say gets to go. Duskara, your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt.
On Say?
No, on the demon.
Oh. Yes. Go ahead.
I was like, well, damn, I thought we were like really good friends. Maybe we weren't, right? No, because I mean, granted, well, okay. You still don't want to see anything happen to Amber,
Right. No, right. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, wait. Let me explain Say's turn. I forgot. You can still do Guiding Bolt. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Say gets Latine to where he's at, and then nobody else would really be able to see. Y'all worry about this freaking dragon. I almost said sorry, demon, and this giant water is gonna open up, and Say is going to basically bury Latine's body under the water, under the ground, and stand up and like turn around like she's gonna start helping with the fight.
Oh, okay. So I feel like Discard and Say don't dislike Amber like as much as like they just don't like Rhea. So I feel like Discard would like really want to do something. So she's gonna cast Guiding Bolt, and I got a 16 to hit.
Hits.
And so let's roll. And it's radiant damage.
What does your Guiding Bolt look like? What does it look like, and how do you cast it?
Since she has like a staff, and I kind of feel like she kind of like whirls it around, and like you see like all these like vines kind of come around into like this little ball, and just kind of like shoots, and then it gets like really large, and then like hits him.
Awesome.
Cool.
He's not watching you. You'd watch the Guiding Bolt slam into the back of the side of his face, and he'd start to turn to look into you to like during his roar, and you'd watch his bottom jaw kind of rip off as he turns, and like it's still roaring, and then just collapses forward into the water. The demon dies. His body's on top of Amber though, so you'll have to move it to get her out of the water. We can
Zahir is doing that.
Yeah, we can go off the map back to where we are supposed to be. Main. Yeah, demon collapses. Say looks around, still very upset, still very angry, and she would run up, and you would just hear her like almost like blathering, like just, I'm sorry, I didn't mean for any of this. I didn't mean for this thing. Just get her out. And like she's gonna go to help Zahir move the everything off of Amber. Say has no healing spells.
While y'all are doing that, I would good.
Oh, I was going to say, while Say is kind of running towards there, I feel like Discar would, ask the plants, right, to if they would wrap around his body and pull him further into the ground.
Okay. Cool.
I was going to say, while they're lifting the body off of Amber, I'm going to rush forward and obviously heal her to bring her back up.
With one failed death saving throw and one made, you raise her, and she spits up a bunch of water, has a bunch of seared flesh from where the demon was holding her down.
Oh gosh.
What's her battle scar? She'll be thrilled.
Everybody looks okay. It's dead. I tried to be helpful.
You did well, warrior.
And she's gonna look, and you're gonna see like this temperament change in her face. And she's gonna say, Just make sure Say gets back up to where she belongs.
Got it.
Zahir, do you need a ride back up?
That would be great. Let's visit the medicine bay and go see your daughter.
Okay, come on.
Zahir will walk up to Amber, pulling out a handkerchief, and using shape water, he'll pull some water up and freeze it immediately and wrap it in the handkerchief and give it to Amber to use as a cold compress for her to like put on her head in her burns. And just be like, I'm glad to see that you're well. Please go get some rest. We will take care of things here.
And she'll take it and like put it on her like neck, like against one of her little wraps. And then she'll look over and Ivan will be like, "You did so good, sister. That was wonderful. Man, I wish I hadn't lost my swords though. I might have over-exaggerated that. I really thought it would die when I landed. Amber, I'm sorry. It was an exaggeration of my strength. And an exaggeration of what yours was, too." And he's gonna, like, go to almost, like, try and hug her. And she's gonna realize that he's being a jerk. And push off. If you take her hand, she's pulling you with her. And you will notice her going much faster now than before. Straight upwards.
No, we'll go. I feel like Zahir is. We'll at least go to acknowledge the tortoise. And go. I'm sorry about your friend. As we're kind of whirling away, it's like, and now you all know what it's like to battle a demon. As we're shooing away.
Right. Say is gonna turn, noticing that Amber didn't really say anything to her, and she's gonna look. She doesn't see Dune at all. She's gonna not make eye contact with Rhea at all. Mostly out of embarrassment, and she'll look at Dusk and just kind of slink towards where you are, Dusk, understanding that she's about to be yelled at, probably.
Do we have to go? Do we have to go back with them? Like in this moment?
I don't know. It's Rhea, go ahead.
Duskara. Come on. After all that has happened, come on. We have to go talk about this. The people that we were in the middle of peace talks with, now one of the people that was with them has been killed. This is something that needs to be addressed.
We need a minute.
Say would lean in and just say, "It's okay." And then she'd whisper to Duskara so that you all couldn't really hear. Depending on where Duntal is as a tortoise, though, I would say Duntal might hear.
Yeah, I'm gonna poof out of tortoise form.
Oh, okay. But
Hearing this, Dune will just nod his head and say, Duntal could use minute to just like stroke his flesh to a bunny for a minute.
Bunny man. That was a cool but okay, no. But
cool.
Say will lean in and say, "It's okay. Thank you for the plants. I just want them to stay safe until I can figure something out." And then she'd look at Dune, tall. I didn't mean to, but it was my fault.
If you need a minute, I will do something about it.
We were having fun, and I thought that he could fly because he was saying that he could do a lot of magic. And then he also raised himself really high during the thing. So I pushed him in jest, and he lost his footing in the waterfall and fell. It was my fault, but I would never mean for it to happen.
I think Descara would hug her and be like, I thought he could fly too. And since she said she's okay, I guess we'll start walking back as well. And I will cast Spider Climb so that she doesn't have to ride back with Rhea.
Does it seem like Latine should have been able to fly? Like, would I have remembered him like doing something like this before, or like I don't know.
I don't think you would have ever saw him fly, but he does do a lot of acrobatic. Like, he raises the earth around him. He definitely would have had feather fall.
Yeah.
That if he had thought to do it. So, I think the best you could do, if you really, really wanted to, is check insight against her.
Okay. I was just gonna ask if she seemed genuine.
Roll insight.
Okay. Fair enough. That is a 7.
Yeah, man, she seems super genuine.
Genuine as fuck.
Yeah.
All right.
Ultra
Good
genuine.
enough, Dune. Duntal's not happy about his friends and his comrades dying or disappearing, but he understands that it wasn't malicious, that he believes that they will do better in the future.
Before they stepped away, she would turn. She doesn't know about Rog yet.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I believe Dusk doesn't either.
Right, I don't.
But Say would turn and say, the blue dragon is tied up. He's near the... He's in a cave near the waterfalls.
Descara will simply nod. How loud does she say that?
She says it loud enough for everybody to hear. She wanted
okay.
Doomtall to know where he is.
Ah.
It's
Doom will
another
get Frenir
mistake she made.
at later time. Frenir has been through worse.
Okay.
And I guess Descara will look over and be like, apologies, we're used to tying up Ray's handmaidens to,
Ivan would look around and be like, okay, let's all get back up top. Oh Lord, sister. And he'll cast fly on Duskara actually and say, bring my sister back up top. And he'll look at Jathir and say, ride, and fold his hand out.
Descara would not actually use it.
Okay.
Like,
Jathir
he
will
could
take
cast
his
it, but
hand and
she does not trust him.
That's cool.
Jathir would take his hand and pull himself up onto Ivan's shoulders.
Ah, very good. Let's go, bud. And then take off. And then he'd stop and be like, wait. Rhea,
Yes.
you're going to bring the orc, right?
Yeah.
Ah, wonderful. And then just take off before he hears the answer.
She's just shaking her head like, why can nothing ever go as planned with any of these people?
He's going to say, Jahir, I lost my swords today. I could have done better.
Yes, you could have. Your arrogance led you to pass up the perfect opportunity to earn more favor in your family's eyes. Yes, you showed up to help, but you could have done so much more. And that impulsiveness is allowing you to miss opportunities as they present themselves.
Well, then we need to learn about I need to work on not being impulsive, I think.
That is what I am here for.
Let's put ourselves to it then. I think that you'd notice a little bit of a difference in Ivan too. Although he's covering it up, you would notice he's a little bit visually shaken at his sister being kind of pulverized into the water. Everybody else gets back up to Rhea. Where would you bring everybody?
Actually, Doontal's gonna stay behind and catch up later.
Very cool.
Okay. All right.
Need minutes to give proper send off for friend.
Very
That's
I
fair.
feel like though that because they were using spider climb, like they'd be a little bit slower.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that would be a good opportunity for Dust to talk with, Sace to kind of,
Great. No, that's
cheer
awesome.
up.
Okay. All right. And we're back. All right. Rhea and Amber and Zahir, you all flew away. Ivan took Jathir up top as well. You guys are flying back up. We'll get to you all in a minute. Duskara and Say, you guys are like halfway up one of the sides of the mountain. Please, Duntal, you know where his body is. It's very deep down underneath a bunch of water and roots, but you have the spot. What would you like to do in this moment?
I'm gonna start by casting detect magic. See if there's anything around. If there's anything coming from his body
Just
still.
low level traces of like the magic that would be around this area anyway. So like natural stuff, but nothing that would set you off or make you think that anything is crazy. Yeah, just regular stuff.
All right. Well then, I guess I'll just pace around the pond for a little bit just to clear his thoughts, try to figure out what's going on. He can make it back to the castle on his own time.
Well, we'll talk about that in a second. Duskara, do you need to take this moment to talk to Say for anything?
I guess, should be, like, why'd you run off? I was coming right back, because we went to go put up the mask, and when I got back, she was gone. And I was like, I thought we did everything together.
Say looks pretty meek, I guess is the best way of putting it. I just figured I mean I knew you'd catch up. I just wanted to hang out with him alone for a bit, but I knew you'd catch up.
Did you like him? Like him?
I thought maybe I could. I don't get to meet a lot of people that can do magic that isn't part of who like us,
I figured.
Plus he's seen like other places and I've never been there, and he was my friend, I thought.
I understand. When we get a chance, we'll sneak back down and I'll let you say goodbye.
Yes, please. You guys flying up towards this. Amber took off first and much faster. So Amber and Zahir would have landed and gotten back before all this started. So you guys will have been you're exempt from this part. I'm just letting you know. Rhea and Ivan see a throng of Angelican soldiers flying downwards. Most of them pass you. Bilal, leading them, stops towards Rhea, points towards Jathir and Ivan. You guys are surrounded by some. Bilal says, Rhea,
Yes.
you will assist. We need to round up and arrest all of them.
Round up and arrest who? Wait, what's going on?
The children, the orc, everybody. You will come with us.
Yes, sure.
Great.
Right, yes.
I will be back. Wait for us up top.
Absolutely.
Leviathan is waiting for you. And
Okay.
Ivan, you're surrounded by. Ivan and Jathir are surrounded by a bunch. Ivan's gonna look at you, knowing that you told him that he's supposed to be the way it is, and he's gonna say, "We're going with them then."
Running at this point will only make it worse. Although I do admit this is a bit on the dramatic, even for.
Ivan puts his hands up and goes, "Well, you've caught me. I've obviously done something that you think I've done that I haven't done, but you've caught me." And looks around. They cast Hold Person on Rhea. Not on Rhea, I'm sorry, on Ivan, on Jathir.
Whoa.
They watch 2 guards go with you, Rhea, up top, though. They drag you all back. Dune, around this time. I'm sorry. Let's do this in order, I guess. Duskara, Say. Duskara and Say have the same thing. They land on a bunch land next to you guys while you are hovering next to you guys because you're going up the side of a wall. Let's be real.
Right.
And Flusk is there. And she goes, "Ladies, I'm sorry. We must bring you. Things have happened. Please don't make this a bigger deal than it needs to be." Say would look at you, Dusk.
I would ask what has happened.
We will get to that. They're gonna cast Hold Person on both of you. If you're gonna resist, you can.
Yeah. How do I? Okay. Do I have to roll something?
Yeah. To resist the Angelican soldiers, it would be a Wisdom saving throw. 18. Sorry, 16. Angelican soldiers. 16.
I got a 21.
You would
So
you'd wriggle and it wouldn't affect you. And Flusk would say, "Please don't make this harder than it has to be. You have to come with us."
I will come, but you don't have to hold person me.
It is currently required.
Ugh, angels. And she would just accept the next one, I guess.
Flusk will put her hands up, and both you and Say will feel gripped and like you're bound in chains together. And then they would say, "We will bring you back." And the Angelican soldiers would pick you guys up and take off. Again, you're pacing, Duntal. And 3 Angelican soldiers will land with Bilal. And he would say, "Excuse me, emissary." Duntal.
Yes.
Much has happened. We had a pact. We do not know what is happening currently. The Wardens of Light have all been killed in the Echo Chamber. I would like for you to come with us. We will not put you in chains, but we would like to know where everybody is while we discuss going forward. It does not look like an orc or one of your army has done this, since there are traces of other magics, but there's also traces of the Creator's magic in that place as well. We do not know what happened, but I do need you to come with us, not only just for your safety, but so that we know what is happening.
Duntal has had minutes. As per alliance, Dune will return with friends.
That being said, we would also like to make sure that your army is safe to the north. We would like to have one escort you back to the north after we see what is happening and make sure that everybody is safe. That is our alliance. That is our bargain. I will keep my word. I do apologize for what has to happen going forward where we bring you up top. You are not. This is a serious matter.
Duntal trusts friend to maintain alliance.
Great.
For now, time to return.
I will say, though, that others will not be as kind as I, speaking wise. But nobody shall move on you or your people without my okay. I am the commander of the army. But words are going to become harsher from people that see you as lesser than that. Other Angelicans will see you lesser as them. This will be an issue. This is why I came personally for you.
Dune is used to this.
I am sorry that you're used to this. It is an issue that needs to be addressed later at a very different time. He would extend his hand personally to take you up. This would be something that would not happen other times, but this is him trying to show you extend an olive branch to show others that you are not in custody, but you do need to come with them.
Yeah.
But he is doing his best to put on the show of this is still an alliance.
Yep. I think Dune is trying his best to sort of hold it together, still seem strong, and in the moment he's going to try to do what he thinks is right, so he'll take the hand.
Cool. They will take you up. Everybody's up. Rhea, you land. Where would you land? Would you land where Leviathan is, back in the chamber, or?
More than likely. I mean, probably her first instinct would be to check on Belzok and see if he's okay, but if that's where he is.
Belzok is sitting at the table that you all were at, alone. The orc that landed with is stable next to the sleeping wyvern, and Belzok is sitting there, and he looks just in. He has his little he has his mask on. He's like contemplating everything, and he's holding one of the warden's adorned robes. Blood is all over it. And he's staring at it like he is inspecting it as much as he can and thinking. He is deep in thought. Leviathan will greet you as you land, and Leviathan will say, "Rhea, wonderful. Is Say all right?"
Say is fine.
Great.
There's a bigger issue we're going to have to discuss, but Say is fine.
There are many issues we have to discuss. The wardens, the echo chamber has traces. Well, we can talk about this soon. First, all of the kids, all of the magic users that are not part. I have to find a better way to word this. The only reason you are not being put in chains as well is because we trust your judgment here, and we trust that you are a part of this. Belzok and the rest of them, though, will be contained, and will be sent to a place where we can further look into something. The wardens having been killed and slain in the way they were means it was a holy blade used. Much like the one at your side.
Okay. Whatever needs to be done, I guess needs to be done.
This is when you would see the royals brought up. Ivan's still looking at Jahir, and Ivan would be like, "I lost both my swords today. To a demon, mind you." Everybody would stop. This is when they would say, "Demon?"
Yes, there was a demon down below when we went to find Say. That was the first issue that I was going to bring up.
Well, there are many issues that Dusk, this is when you two would land as well with them. And there would be the vestments of them, and it would have some of the seeped poison, that same type of poison the assassin tried to use on you that attacked you.
The wardens would have traces of that?
The warden vestments have that on it. Like, you could see the same color, the same kind of magic signature. I'm not going to make you roll for it at this point. I think you're on guard enough
Right.
that but you would also see it. Like, this is something, as Ivan and them speak about this demon, you would notice that Duntal, you would be brought next to them. Bilal making a show of like setting you down, making sure you're okay. He would turn to talk, but Leviathan and them would already be going. Flusk is there as well at this point, bringing all of you together. Please, soldiers, take Belzak and Ivan and the royals. Somebody go receive Amber and her daughter and her guest, and make sure that they are brought to the same holding center. Duntal, while you do not have to go with them, we would ask that you would go. The accommodations will be good. We will make sure that your orc, this gentleman from your army will be taken care of and then sent to you all as well.
Dune has matters to attend to, but Dune will follow. Have many questions to be answered.
And she would hand you some of the clay dust that was left on the table. That is Rog, or was Rog.
Yeah.
And she would say, while you all were down there, this is not and has never been a person. This is magic that has been put together. I would say that wherever Rog was, you have not been following him for a while. This was very strong magic to do this for a considerable amount of time. This is beyond something that I could have done myself. This is more of a blessing from something else.
Much investigations to be done. Do I have anything to put the clay in? Just
yes. Sure. And they would give you a jar for the dirt. Couldn't help myself. I'm so sorry.
the wrong jar.
You and your jar of dirt.
Yep.
And great. Ivan would look at Jathir and be like, do we have to go? We could just, they can't stop me from leaving, right?
Take a very good look around and tell me if you think that they could stop you right now.
Do you think they would?
And what good would that do us? It would save us 5 minutes of headache to only make them more angry and be on your case for longer.
All right. Then.
And as uptight as things usually are around here, even you should be able to tell that something is very not right.
Okay, I'll bide my time, my friend.
Remember what I said. Be observant in times of chaos, because that is where opportunity often appears first.
You're right. I agree. Belzak will stand, and I was not told there was a demon. I would have assisted. I apologize, Rhea, but I did agree to go with them. So I will go. And he'll turn and they'll cast hold person on him in front of you. And he will say, "This is not needed, but fine." And walk alongside Say and Ivan with the rest of them. Say just looks defeated. And she just is going to go silently. Fantastic. Let's go to Amber and Zahir. You get to Amber's room. Amber is angry. Like, more angry than I think that you would have realized until she touched down and, like, made a hard sprint to her room. And even in your peak physical condition, Captain America, it would be very hard for you to keep up. You would realize that you are sprinting heavily to keep up with her. She is a lot quicker than she let on even in a fight. You'd also notice that she has like this like extra vigor about her the angrier she gets. It's almost like she could go into a rage type of thing, but it's for some reason applies to her speed at the moment. As she like tears down, you see her slam open the door to her center, and she would call out to Layla and hug her and kiss her and say, "I need you to listen. I would like you to go with our friend, and you take Virgil with you, and I would like you all to go spend some time with her in her room. Your mother just needs some time to reflect on her day. I love you so much. Go have a sleepover with your friends, please." And Layla would hug her and ask her if she was okay because she could see some of the stuff, and she'd say, "Of course, I had an accident and it was upsetting, and I just need some time to stretch out. And plus, I did tell you could have a sleepover with your friends." And so the handmaiden would take her, and they would leave. And then she would begin, like, working. Just hitting metal and just, like, looking at her blade and yelling that it wasn't enough. And, like, throwing stuff. But, like, not throwing a fit, but angrily focused work. And you would probably see all this. So...
I think that Zahir's not going to try and stop her. Zahir's going to take a watch standpoint to make sure that she's okay. But Zahir will point out that Zahir will go looking maybe for like a health potion.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know that Amber's not at full health. I'm not at full health. She will go looking for something that looks like a health potion to set in front of Amber and to just kind of sit across the table from her just to be there.
Okay. There are some like drinks and stuff around. She would like
grab two that look the same.
Okay. She would like slam one of her blades into the quenching liquid. It would and she would sit. I saw oh. Are you all right?
For the most part, I have seen worse battle, but remember, weapon evaluation is important, but recovery after a long battle, hard fought, is more important. If you could please direct me to which of these are your health potions, probably extra strength.
I will have them brought. I don't have any health elixirs or anything around. But these are good drinks. You
Here.
you could do. Your magic is not the same. Your blade does not draw
No.
power from the creator, but it did do damage to him.
It did. That is based off where I'm from and the teacher that I had.
Will
It
you
is.
teach me?
That is what I'm here for. We must share our knowledge.
Amber would look very hard-faced at everything. You would see like small black cracks around her eyes as she like got angrier, and she would almost look more flush. And some of her white hair would have black, like dark streaks edging out of the roots. And she would say, "All right, I would like to learn about your magic so that we might be able to add it to what I can already do. I never want to be overpowered again."
I can assist with that.
Great. At this time, a bunch of Angelican soldiers, along with, I would think it would just be one of the callers of the Angelican army. So, while he is high ranking, he's not like Rhea's level or anything, but he is very well known as like Bilal's right hand. And he really just has a number associated with him because that's where most of the lieutenants of the army do. And so he would be known as like 012. But mostly they just call him Twix. So Twix is there, and that's like the nice name they call him. So 12 shows up, Twix, and he goes and knocks on the open door. You all would turn and see like 7 of these larger, fully battle ready Angelican soldiers, and Twix with his 2 giant axes on his back. Amberset, I apologize. I have been told that I need to come here and bring you into custody, alongside of Zahir. Things have happened. I'm not really supposed to tell you, but I respect you very much. The Wardens of Light have all been assassinated in their chamber. Not some of them, all of them. And divine blades were used to do this. So we would like to take everybody that we know that would have access to these divine blades into custody, and their guests as well, for good measure. This is not a... I don't believe you have done this, but we would like for you to come as peacefully as possible, please. Amber is going to look at you and then look up and cast thaumaturgy to close the door on him. And she'll look at you and go, "Are you going to go with them?"
I don't feel inclined to do so when I know that I've done nothing wrong.
Right. Okay. A moment, please. And she would stand up and go to the door, and it would open. And she would be holding a broken, like, half sword that has like it's broken in half, but it's like just freshly quenched. And she would just say, "Go back and tell them all that you will have to take me by force, but we will not be leaving this room and for some foreseeable time. That or take me by force." And her wings will spread. You're muted.
My axes are drawn.
Oh,
Oh, and my axes are drawn.
very good. I think they would look around. We will. Okay. Yes, we will leave 3 here, and we will get Rhea. Yes. You 3 stay. Do not let them leave. If they do leave, please draw weapons and attack. And Twix would turn with the rest and walk off. Amber would close the door, magically seal it as best as possible, and then turn and say, well, I guess we will be staying here, and begin to work. The rest of you are marched past the echo chamber. You can see inside, but you're not going inside. It is a bloodbath. Like, the inside of the chamber is worse off than when the fireball exploded. It looks like there was a battle very similar to the demon battle below in this chamber. You guys are marched to a very large building that is normally considered a catering hall, like a place that there would be a party. There are large places to sleep. This is a big thing. You're sat down, and Bilal and Leviathan would then say, we just need some time to research what is done, talk among some people, and then we will revisit this. Anything you need, people will bring. You all are required to stay within this spire, though, for a short time while we assess what has happened. Rhea.
Yes.
I think that perhaps you and Flusk together can take care of whatever needs are needed for this place. And I would put it on you to make sure that maybe they don't get out of line and leave. Duntal, while you are not required to stay here, we would ask that you do for at least the night.
It's time to rest anyway.
Thank you.
I will
Time
make
to
sure
think.
no one leaves.
Thank you. And they would turn. That's when Twix would run up and explain what's happening. And Bilal would say, I will go and talk to her.
Thank
Rhea
you.
has her duty. Awesome. It is night. Are we all taking our long rest?
Do we break the?
Yeah,
like
you're
that.
not held anymore. You're in this place.
Yes, long rest, long rest.
I
Like
guess the
this one?
question is, do they have us all in one big room, or do we have our own quarters?
There
in this
are separate cutouts so you can get some semblance of being alone, but you would be able to look and through the center and see. You know what I mean? It's like there's no doors separating you guys, but there are little nooks.
Right. I feel like Dusk would make, take plants and decorate her and Say's little nook.
Yeah.
Just so Say feels a little bit better, like she's in her own room, nice and comfy.
Great. Okay, so once again, we're all taking the long rest. We're not trying to do anything crazy.
Nope.
Yeah. Probably for
Does
us.
that apply to me?
I'm asking you, are you taking your long
It was
rest at Amber's place?
I mean, I'm doing. Yeah. Yeah, I think
Actually,
that.
yeah, I've got one thing I'm gonna do.
Okay. What you doing?
As everyone's getting ready to bed down for the night, Jathir is just going to make a point of making a perimeter around the area where we've been kept and just dropping an alarm spell like at a 15-yard interval, just to alert him if Ivan tries to leave or if a non-registered magic entity enters.
Very cool. Ivan is not going to try and leave. I'm just saying.
You said what?
He's not going to try and leave. Zahir, what would you like to do before I ask some questions of everybody?
I think that she will be there for Amber in the sense of actually knowing Zahir, she can rest anywhere as being a soldier. So she will probably kick her feet up or sit on a stool with Amber in sight and the door in sight. And if Amber doesn't need help with welding, she knows she's not needed. So they will take the rest until someone comes a knocking.
Very cool. Okay.
Before I go to sleep,
Yes.
can I also I don't know, I guess detect magic in the area, see if there's anything other than like binding spells keeping us there?
Very cool. There actually aren't any binding spells keeping you there. You could leave.
Okay.
They are being very upfront about this. There are a bunch of Angelican soldiers out front the way you would leave, but if you were to like break through the side of the wall and jump out or whatever, you could do it. But
Okay.
and Ray is in the room with you guys, so I guess that's kind of keeping you there too. But but there's no crazy magic. There's nothing intense about other than the moment. None of this is being like, it's all pretty standard. I do have some questions though now that we're taking our long rest. Go ahead.
Really quick, I want to divine sense one more time. So that would be I can detect good and evil. I can, open my awareness to detect that forces. I know the location of, all the creatures within 60 feet. That's not behind total cover. Oh, cool. It also applies. I can detect the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated.
Whole place is consecrated.
Everything lights up like a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I can detect essentially other forces that might be coming because we were just attacked by a demon. We know people are dead. And I know the door is magically bound, but that doesn't mean anything.
Right. Virgil's not there, so everything looks pretty good. Everything's the way it should look.
Okay.
Amber is angry, but that's about it. Yeah.
All right. I'm kicked up on a chair.
Cool. Whew. All right, here we go. Doontal.
Hey.
Night passes. Everybody gets a long rest. You all long rested. Night happens. You don't get a good rest. You get whatever rest you kind of would feel like you get in this situation. I'm gonna give it to you.
We're
It's
kind
a
of on
shorter,
the floor, right?
huh?
We're kind of on the floor. We don't really have like. Do we have
Yeah,
cots?
you know what I mean. Like you
Okay,
guys
yeah.
are whatever you can muster up is what you got.
Yeah.
Doontal, would you stay another day if you were asked, or would you ask to go back up north?
I think I would, but having my strength back, I would definitely probably wouldn't follow orders exactly. Might have another stealth mission, if you get what I'm saying.
Right. Let's pretend that goes great, and because we're about to fast forward a little bit. The question is, would you ask to go back up north and check on your army, or would you stay? If they offered to go back up north with you to check on it.
I think I should go back and check on the army.
Okay, cool. It just changes the narrative of what I say. That's all.
Okay.
Great. Let's talk for a little bit. Duntal and Twix and Near, who has been retrieved from the cave, and another Angelican. Instead of a soldier, he is more like an Angelican scout or ranger, almost like what a Kingsguard would be, a more specialized member. They would go with you. You all would go to check on the army. During this time, you would find out that most of the army and much of the north has been sundered, ripped apart. Multiple dragons have taken through this. A large four-headed headed dragon has taken up root there, and most of Entropy's army has encroached behind where Rog was working, and has now pretty much leveled the mountain range. The people that you are able to figure out getting through, a lot of them are sick, diseased. Most of them look like they are being like turned into something else. And orcs, being orcs, have started to kill those. But you are able to save a couple hundred of what used to be hundreds of thousands of the orcs. These are hardened warriors. But during this time, Twix and I guess it would probably be Geog, which is the ranger that would go with them, would offer for you all to return with the orcs back home. Twix saying, look, Entropy's army, Entropy doing anything is terrifying to him. And with her kids, which are the dragons, they can't imagine this being this can't be something that hundreds of you can take care of. So now the question would be, would you stay up north and do your own thing, or would you retreat with orcs back to somewhere where you don't believe you belong?
Does anyone live in the valley under the city?
No, it is a jungle.
Okay. I think that might be a good place for the orcs to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. The only part that they would ask that you not take from there would be where the waterfalls fall. Basically where you all fought the demon. They would ask that you don't build on that, as it is a natural spring that does bring water. They don't really know about how orcs build or create, so they would just ask that it stays the way it is.
Fair.
Okay, great. All right, here we go. There's going to be a 3-month time skip. We're going to push forward. In those 3 months, you all are found to not have done this. Duskara, you make a great case for that the assassin that attacked you was not part of this, but the poison that did erupt from it did do celestial magic damage. Like, it was a celestial poison. It was able to create the look of a divine blade, but do damage to divine creatures. Say is basically imprisoned to her room for doing what she has done. And that is her punishment for now. So while you are allowed to come and go, Say is pretty much bound to her room. You guys have little moments where they get out, it makes it worse. The rotation happens. But something changes about her. She gets more cynical, angry, they grow. Jathir and Ivan. Jathir, you are now watched a little bit closer than everything else. While these assassins were not of the orc army, from what they can tell, they are of some other breed that nobody knows about. While people assume that they are part of Entropy's army, nobody's able to figure out if it was Entropy's army. And you are the only other one who does magic close to what they believe this type of blade was, that they know of. So while you are allowed to continue doing what you do through Ivan's will, you are watched a little bit closer. But Ivan, on the other hand, falls in line and is not as mischievous or impulsive and sits down to learn from you and becomes a little bit of a recluse. And I think that we'll talk about that a little bit more next time. Belzak becomes hardened. He's angry that he wasn't a part of what happened. He wasn't even asked to help with the demon. There's a moment where Rhea, you and Ivan seem okay, and then where he should have snapped at doing the childish thing of getting angry and doing whatever, he calmly looks at you and says, Jathir called for Ivan. You did not call for me. You didn't trust me to help.
It's not that I didn't trust you. I wanted to keep you safe. I've fought these things before. That being was incredibly powerful. I could not risk it.
I think you forget that I fought them too. We were both there. And I know that you are protecting the world from what they might see me become. I know that we have that secret, but it is not yours to decide when it is kept. I should have been there to help. Ivan should have done his job better. Say shouldn't have been such a child. And Amber needs to be thought of too and kept in check better or something. I don't know. I don't know about her. I just know that I should have been a part of this more. And nobody should have been looking at me like I did this to these humans.
I agree. I don't know why we were under suspicion to begin with.
Great.
But it's easier to just fall in line, let them do their investigation, get done what needs to be done.
Over the next couple months, Belzak begins to train his own vanguard of angels. Dune, you take the orcs, go down into the jungle. You all begin to rebuild. During this time, there are other demon attacks. And they start to happen more frequently. That being said, time and time again, Bilal and other Angelicans show up to personally take care of them with you. The fights bring you and Bilal closer together as
comrades.
Yeah, comrades. That's a good thing. That's a good word for it. I'm trying to think of like allies, but a more orky term for allies. Comrade sounds great. But that being said, the rest of the angels never show up. If Bilal doesn't, the other ones do not show up, except for one time when it is particularly bad, and Belzak shows up with his vanguard. Some of them get destroyed. It is a much more brutal battle than it should have been. Belzak looks to you, exclaims that you did good holding your own, and then leaves. It's probably one of the only times you speak to him. I need you to roll me a d20, please, Duntal. And then Zahir, I also need you to roll me a d20.
That is a 2.
Cool. 7.
7.
Okay. 7. For the 2. The last wave of very large demons that force the hand of the Angelicans above to come down. During that one, Bilal gets very badly injured. This is a much stronger force than normal. But also a red dragon shows up with it. Takes Bilal's arm. And it's very, very barely pushed away. It is repelled, though. And it's repelled by orcs, not by the Angelicans. But on a 2, most of them are very upset with you. Bilal lost an arm. And that is something that we will have to deal with next time.
Yeah.
So to think about that.
Did you say they're upset with me?
They're upset with the orcs in general.
Oh, okay.
They're upset that they have to keep coming down here and doing this. They believe you should be up top. They don't believe that this is safe. They're not blaming you, but they're side-eyeing and blaming the orcs for not being able to take care of themselves, kind of thing.
Okay.
Something to think about until our next game.
Yeah.
You rolled a 7. During this 3-month time, Amber refuses to leave her room. All she does is train. All she does is want to know about your magic. She sees her daughter very little, but make sure to talk to her every day. Like you and your parents with your locket. That's the only part of the day whenever you speak to your parents is when she speaks to her daughter. It's the only part tethering her to sanity currently. But she pushes you harder and harder to teach her more and more about your magic. But she does it loudly and without recourse, so the other angels know this. On a 7, you're not able to hide it. And that is something that we will have to deal with when we get the next episode as well. Dusk. Give me a D20.
A 15.
Cool. You guys 2 or 3 more times escape, get around. Say is supposed to be punished for what she's done. On the 3rd or 4th time of being caught at the bar, they come down on her a little bit harder than normal. And she's imprisoned in a taller spire with no version of her room there. And you are separated from her. And the last thing that you two look, the last thing she says as she's being taken away, she looks at you and says, "Next time you come get me, I want to go back and say goodbye."
Scar will nod.
And she's going to look at you, make eye contact, have that full conversation that you all would have, and nod and let them take her. 3 months pass. You guys will be leveled. Next time we'll talk about what happens after that. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. Thank you guys. Thank you everybody for watching. I love you. Bye guys. I love you.
Uh,
Bye.